How we doing, everybody? Tim from Ski Rex Media here once again. And I'm not the only one here once again, but we'll get into introductions in a minute because this is a two-piece day. That's right, two people as guests for this podcast, man. Can I do it? Can I do it successfully? Probably not, but that's part of the fun. So here we go. First and foremost, the Ski Rex Media podcast is brought to you in part by Whaleback Mountain, my home mountain, not 15 minutes from where I'm sitting right now. Small mountain, but a lot of fun, tons of fun. You need terrain, they got terrain. You need it easy, they got it easy. You need it harder, they got it harder. You want trees, they got trees. They got groomed, ungroomed. You name it, you want it, they have it. They'll even teach you how to do it, all of the above. And it's about the easiest ski mountain in the world to get to. It has its own exit. Now, some would say, but Tim, there's a truck stop there and another gas station with a Dunkin' Donuts in it. And a couple other, you know what, that's fine. They can be there. The big news, the big to-do is Whaleback Mountain. It is right off I-89 with exit 16. It's very easy to find. It's practically sitting on the interstate. You can't miss it. If you can, you probably shouldn't be driving. That's just a fact. Whaleback Mountain, ski it to believe it. I love them. They love me. And today, we have another, see now from Whaleback, I know their executive director, and I have another executive director here on the line. This man has been on the program before. We met at the Hall of Fame, sitting at a table together at the dinner. We just started rapping, and then he ended up on the podcast last season. He is back. Seth Ehrlich from SOS Outreach. How you doing, sir?
I am doing great, Tim. Thanks for having me back, and great to connect with you again.
Oh, absolutely. I kind of got jealous. I saw that you did another podcast not too long ago, and I was like, he's not getting away with it. I'm having him back on.
There's a lot of good news to share, so I'm all about getting it out there as far and wide as possible.
Absolutely. And of course, I joke, I'm only playing around. Seth, this is part of what he does. He gets the word out there. He tells us what we all need to know. And joining Seth this evening is a young woman who has gone through SOS Outreach through the program. Avery.
Hi. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I got caught up on my own words. Avery Rognan is here with Seth to tell us about her experiences coming up to the program. Hi, Avery. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having me, Tim. I'm super excited to be here.
Excellent. See, now that's how unprofessional I am. I'm leaving that in. I don't care. That's right. I stuttered. I made a mistake. I don't care, and neither do they. So before we go too far, let's get back into what SOS Outreach is. Now, Seth and I bonded up at the Poppin' Table at the Hall of Fame over the Monopoly game that SOS put out more years ago than we care to admit. Why not give us an overview of what the program is?
Yeah, absolutely. So SOS Outreach, we were founded in 1993, and so coming up on our 30th year next year. And we are an organization that uses the power of skiing and riding and being up on the mountain to build strong relationships between adults and kids. And then we integrate a character development curriculum, leadership skills, and mentoring. And so it's all about the unique classroom that is the outdoors to really support youth who are facing challenges in their lives, and also youth who have significant opportunity ahead to live their best lives and to achieve all that they have the potential to achieve. We engage over 3,000 kids annually across 24 mountain resorts in 15 communities from Detroit to Seattle. Primary area of operation are in the destination communities of Colorado, Utah, and then North and South Lake Tahoe.
And there you go. Out there in some of what people would consider some of the greatest skiing in the world, except for the people in New England, because I don't know why that's still an argument. People all the time, west, east, stop it, just do it, Ugh. Anyway, Again, I apologize, Avery, an old man just talking junk. I'm sorry. So yes, Seth is, excuse me again, everybody, my goodness. So Seth runs SOS Outreach, executive director. What does that do exactly?
Chief cook and bottle washer. Whatever it is that needs to be done is what I get to work on. The really cool part of my work, though, is, with Avery here, I have been leading an effort to increase the impact of the organization. And that really has been around more kids and more years of our program and engaging kids through in more years of mentoring, creating a career development program. I do a lot of work with funding and funding partners to ensure that we have the resources. That includes mountain resorts, to ensure that we have the resources to make everything happen. But yeah, it's all of the work that happens envisioning for where we're going to go, and then the resources to align to achieve that vision.
And there you go. Like many people who climb up the ladder in our industry, in the snow sports industry, yeah, you may get into the cool office, but you're still throwing out trash at the end of the day. And even Seth is in the office, and as he said, he's definitely pushing everything he needs to continue to grow SOS outreach. And that then leads us to Avery, who has been through the program and is one of these people. Seth, if you don't mind if I move on, that is.
Absolutely. Avery's the important one here. I'm here as the assistant role, as the supporting character in this conversation.
I love that. I love it. So Avery, tell us how you got started with SOS outreach, as a kid going through the program, what that was like, and then we'll talk about, where you're at now.
Okay, so one of my mom's good friends was a volunteer about going on 5-6 years ago. And so they needed people in my area. So I am enrolled in the Park City, I don't know what to say, the Park City area. So I ski at Park City through that branch of SOS, and they needed more people from the city I'm from. And so I thought it'd be cool to sign up because I knew how to ski already, but I just wanted to freshen up my skills, and I fell in love with the program. And so this coming winter, I'll be in my 4th year of the mentor program, and I'm super stoked. I just have stayed with SOS because it's like my little family. I love it so much, and I wouldn't change the experiences they provided for the world. So did that answer your question?
That absolutely does. That absolutely answers the question. Now, when you started 4 seasons ago, now how much of a young person are you? Are we talking teen, 20s, 30s?
Yes, I'm 17.
17. So she is truly a kid. So perfect. She's been doing it since she was almost a tween. Very good. Now, your experience has all been positive, obviously, because you're sticking with it. Now, what is it like to do the mentoring part? I remember back being a volunteer for a church camp, a Christian camp. That might be similar, but is it or is it not?
It's more, I've noticed just a bonding experience with other kids my age and learning very, very valuable skills while all practicing our skills on the mountain, if that makes sense. So we're learning, sticking to SOS's core values. If you didn't know, I'll just say them. Courage, discipline, integrity, wisdom, compassion, and humility. And I think we really exercise those strengths while sharing our love for skiing. And I would say that's more of the vibe than a church camp leader. Yeah.
And probably. Again, I'm just one of the reasons I do the Ski Rex Media podcast is to learn, and that's why Avery is here, because she's going to teach us some things, as Seth does in the past as well. In his last appearance, he taught us a lot about the program and what happens over there. So now you bonded with kids your own age, but you are getting up there. 17 years old, you're not going to be a kid much longer. Do you see yourself continuing?
I believe so. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I definitely think SOS I want to be a part of it. Going out to college, if I stay in the state, it's something I want to continue to pursue. And SOS has opened so many opportunities for me. This year with the career program, I was able to get a job as an intern for the U.S. ski team, and I have kept that, and I'm going to, I think, keep that through the next coming year. And so I think it's something that I want to be a part of because it's something that I want to show my support to and help others, since it has helped me so much. So I believe so, yes.
And Tim, that's what I really want to, just reinforce. One of the coolest things, you asked about, my position and otherwise, the coolest thing that happened. So Avery, who was in our programs and continues to be in our programs for 4 years and going into this season, she interned at the U.S. Ski and Snowboard this summer as part of SOS's career program. So we had 12 kids across Denver, Vail, and Park City go into a 7-week summer program to introduce them to careers in the outdoor and particularly the ski and snowboard industry. And one of the coolest things was Avery was reaching out to us here in the national office about how to get our kids out to U.S. ski and snowboard events across the country, and really overlapping with Steamboat and with Beaver Creek and with Copper and with others. And it was just the coolest thing ever to see that transition from participant in our programs to now leading the connection between SOS kids and US ski and snowboard on a national level.
That is fantastic. Like, now, I don't think we talked about that the last time. Is that career placement type of part of the program? Like, who knew? I certainly didn't know. And again, I can't remember. Maybe I did know, and the mind is just shot.
No,
totally
we didn't talk about it when we touched base last time, because this was the second year that we offered this program. It was a pilot just in Denver last year, and then we've expanded it to 3 locations this past summer, and we'll be in 6 locations next summer. So we'll be adding North and South Lake Tahoe and Summit County, Colorado to our career development program. But it's all about how to work with our kids and continue the life skills that they're learning through the program, and then supporting them to apply those skills with our partners, whether that's Vail Resorts or Vail Resorts on the mountain, Vail Resorts Retail, Armada, US Ski and Snowboard, Christie Sports, Evo have all been partners, Oberalp have all been partners of this program.
That's amazing. Like, you have a shoe in anywhere. Avery, are you now? Again, you're 17. You still have to go to college and all this other good stuff. Do you want to stay? Like, if you could, as an intern over at US Ski and Snowboard, and they said, "Hey, come work for us," would you do it?
I think so. It's been just such an amazing experience for me personally, like learning a work environment that I've never been in, and especially one that I'm so passionate about because I love skiing and just the outdoor industry. But you never know what's gonna happen, and I think this is just something that, like, I never thought in a million years that I would somehow end up working for them, and it's super amazing. So probably yes.
That's cool. And I would imagine coming up through the program has prepared you in some ways. Seth, correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of the point in this case, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we do within the organization, and it is a very structured curriculum that we're offering. And so think more school experience where each year builds on the previous than a traditional mentoring program where you're dropping in and doing a lot of the activities together, but each year of SOS builds on the previous. And so we're starting with the core values that Avery mentioned, and really using those to support positive decision making. Then we add in service to the community and adult mentoring, and to support our kids in finding their voice in the community and supporting them and really taking ownership that they can create change where they live. And then we start adding in leadership development workshops so that they are honing their skills, particularly communication skills, that they need to be successful. And then adding in goal setting so that they're seeing a future and laying out what they need to be doing to accomplish the goals that they want. And then it goes into this career opportunity and our junior mentor program that Avery has the opportunity to return to, so that they can really return in as with the ability to demonstrate those skills and put them to action.
That's amazing. That's absolutely great. That's I've loved about SOS outreach is that you start them young, and we can all make jokes about how you got to get them out on the mountain young, got to start them young. It's not a joke. Even just for the love of the sport, for the love of the game. Here, not only are we getting them out there young, helping them find that appreciation for mountain sports, snow sports, and things of the like. Now you've taken these kids and gotten them into more than just the recreation bit, more than the social bit, what makes it work and why and how. That's amazing, dude.
Well, it's all, I mean, again, the outdoors and skiing and riding, and I know I'm biased because of the program of SOS. I believe very strongly and have seen it that it is the most powerful classroom out there. And particularly when you're engaging kids who may or may not be able to participate in the sports or who do not have a community, and to really work with them through this amazing classroom to come together, build a strong community, and then to get involved in the community outside, it fosters such significant change. And all of it comes back to that ability to share a passion. Mentoring is very difficult. An adult talking to a kid, it's awkward more often than it's easy. And yet in our program, that relationship becomes easier because both the mentor and the mentee are stoked about being on the hill. They share a passion from day one, minute one of meeting each other.
And Avery, would you agree with that? Like, does it make it that much easier because everybody's already a snow sports enthusiast?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's very good. So Avery, before when I asked if you had only positive experiences doing this, and I guess that kind of brings me back with the adults you have worked with. You felt that connection. Can you explain what that is like? Just because you're in the program and you're doing it, it's not like, gee, my mom's forcing me up this hill, is it?
No. I think, and so I've seen a bunch of people like leave the program through the years, and I think the people that I have seen like stay are the people that, how would I say this? It's just, I think it really takes a lot of, trying to find the right word, not discipline, but more of like a motivation more so for, I think, to get out, to get going, and to do good, to be good. And I think seeing those adults who help with us, it's super inspiring. Like as a kid, you're doing good, you're working hard. And I would say like, it's definitely a commitment. And I think staying committed to it is one of the greatest things I've done too. Because I think there has been times like I tore my ACL skiing a few years ago. And then I was like, I'm never going to ski ever again. And really thinking about those times on the mountain that my mentor specifically a few years ago, she just had told me, like, she's like, we get out here, we get going, and we have fun. And I think experiences like that have just really, I don't know, kept me going. And I think that's like others as well. I think the adult kid aspect is really cool. It's just like all ages are having fun and doing good. So
yeah, and that's totally what it's about. We all know that. Get out there, have fun with anyone. Skiing, snowboarding, snow sports in general are for everybody. Everybody can do them. Everybody should try them at least once. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. Avery, have you actually tried to drag other people into the program? And I don't mean that literally, unless you have. That's kind of funny if you have.
I have. So my little brother.
Wait, literally dragged?
Not literally dragged. Not literally dragged.
Oh, okay.
Like push to join.
Okay.
Mostly my little brother who was like, I'm not skiing, I'm not snowboarding, it's cold. And I was like, come on, you got to do it. And so I think he's going into his third year this year, and he absolutely loves it. So yeah.
So if you get into snowboards and you really find out that you enjoy it, I know a lot of people, I mean, I've known people who have not liked it as well, but for the most part, people, they get into it and they like it, especially when they try as a kid. It's much easier to learn and deal with as a kid. Kids have no fear, and they also have a lower center of gravity when they're smaller, so it's much easier to learn. That's awesome, man. I love it. I hope your brother's having as good a time as you are.
Well, and it's certainly, we see that pretty consistently. I mean, it becomes our programs become something that not only changes the individual, it has an impact on the family, it has an impact on the community. There's a lot of siblings who come through, or relatives, or friends who are encouraged to join our program, and then we partner with schools and youth agencies to recruit our kids and to get them to register. And so we're able to really bring this community and maximize the power of that community. And that is what, what Avery's talking about with her injury and the community being there. I mean, we've had mentor groups who are there through some of the most challenging tragedies that any kid should ever experience. And they have been there to support through it because of that bond that they have.
And I think that's a wonderful thing too. Like, I don't want to give the idea that it's just kids on the mountain. I mean, it is, but it's more than that. Is that accurate to say for either of you?
I think, there's just, I find it really cool that there's so many adults who want to participate too, and just help out the community. It's very, very, very cool.
See, there you go. She loves it. Seth obviously loves it. I would hope he did. That'd be weird if he didn't, wouldn't it?
You're absolutely right. I'm in the dream right now. So I absolutely love it.
Good. And, with the season coming up, how's the season look? Let's see. We'll start with Seth. How's the season look for SOS? Since it's just like we're starting to see it. People are firing up their snow guns.
I mean, it's amazing. So we are on target. We're in 15 locations. We're adding, we have mentoring last season at 6 of those 15 locations. So that's where we offer our year 2 and above program. In partnership with mountain resorts and donors, we're adding 3 new locations to mentoring. So that's Steamboat Springs, Kenosha and Chicago, and then Detroit as locations where we're adding our mentoring program. And the opportunity for us to grow the length of our program. We also have support to create alumni volunteer opportunities. So we'll have 65 previous participants who are supporting us from registration nights to translation to volunteering on the Hill to getting back involved in the programs, and then the career development. So next summer to have 25 kids across 6 sites engaged in careers in the industry is just awesome. So yeah, I'm over the moon for this upcoming season.
Absolutely, and I can believe it, man. From when we talked last time, it's like SOS Outreach is almost like an empire, and they're just spreading across the U.S. and maybe even get above that Canadian line. That'd be awesome. Avery, what do you think for this season coming up?
I think it'll be very good. Praying for snow, and I'm just really excited to meet all the new people and really just have good influence on others. So, yeah.
And now you're going to be able to participate. Like U.S. Ski and Snowboard isn't going to keep you too busy because we know what interns can end up doing, and that's everything that nobody else wants to do. Like, you're going to have time, right?
Definitely.
Excellent.
At a minimum, Tim, if there is a conflict, we'll just ensure that it's a site visit or something that U.S. Ski and Snowboard has to send somebody out to check on our programs.
There you go. Play the game.
We can always, there's ways around all of
it. There's always ways around everything, everyone. You just got to know how to play the game and when and where to play it. Avery, did you get any good autographs over there, or did they not let you hang out with the athletes? That's a stupid question, I know, but I couldn't help it.
I actually did not have the pleasure to meet many. I would see some of them like working out in the gyms, but I did not have the courage to go up to any of them and ask them for their autographs while they were working out. So, unfortunately, no.
So, well, again, that was a silly question, but I like to throw out a couple silly ones now and again. Well, very good, guys. I mean, I know that Seth has a hard out coming up very quickly here in about 15-20. I don't want to keep Avery up past her bedtime. These kids these days, I don't know what time they have to go to bed or anything like this. Anything else you guys want to get into with the program that I missed? Lord knows I'm definitely not on my game tonight, and I do apologize to you both.
Tim, the biggest from mine is just to share that, Avery is an incredible participant of ours and has been involved in the program for multiple years, and then stepped into our career development program. And at SOS, we're incredibly fortunate. And this is, when you said about loving my position and what I do, we have the opportunity to work with 3,000 kids like Avery, who all have opportunity and or who all have incredible talent. And we're in the position to connect that talent to opportunities so that they can thrive. And it's the most privileged space that I get to work in, and the partnerships with mountain resorts to provide access so that we can build those adult to youth connections as mentor and mentee, the service projects, the leadership skills, and then going into these career connections. It's a powerful combination that is creating significant change.
Excellent. Avery, final thoughts?
I would just like to thank everyone at SOS and everyone behind this podcast. It's just very cool to be a part of this, and I don't know. Yeah. Thank you all.
That's very awesome. See, I hope that every single kid who gets to go through the program, whether it's, at the tail end of their teens, if they've grown up in it, I hope they all appreciate it and all can take advantage of the opportunities that it presents. I hope that they all learn and love and get that passion for snow sports, because we all have it. We all love it. We all love to do it. Even if we can't do it well or we can't do it often, we still love it. Whether, again, 2 days a year, 100 days a year, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing it and you're doing it the way you want to do it safely, have at it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming on the program again. I really do appreciate it.
Tim, thank you. Avery, thank you more than anything. Really thank you, because your engagement in the program is why we do what we do every single day.
Thank you, guys.
Excellent. All right, then. Well, we're going to let these two go, even though they are at a time zone or two behind me, but that's okay. Guys, have a good night. Ski Rex Media fans, have a good afternoon as well, or evening or morning, whenever you're listening to this. Also, check out Whaleback. Also, check out SOS Outreach. That's how far off my game I am. We forgot to plug it. SOSOutreach.org. Is that correct?
That's correct. You got it.
Excellent. Now, the last time we spoke, me and Seth, now, again, the empire is slowly taking over from the Pacific Northwest to the Midwest, north of the whatever parallel. But even folks in New England, Seth said, if you need a resource to get some stuff done, give them a call. They'll figure it out for you.
Yes, I am, no matter where, whether it's a program site for us or not, we certainly have been in this space, and I believe very strongly that the mountains are for everybody. I believe very strongly in the power of partnership, and I am here to support anyone not make the mistakes I made. There's a lot of them. I'd love to not have people make the same ones.
And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then if you happen to know Avery, she'll tell you all about it, I'm sure, right? At school or wherever.
Definitely.
Very good, guys. Well, thank you again. SOSOutreach.org. Check it out if you are a teenager or a parent with teenagers or an uncle with teenagers or an aunt with teenagers or grandparents or whatever, and you want to see your kids get into this. SOSOutreach.org. Check it out. They have all the contact information, everything you can need. Obviously, awesome people. Seth is awesome. Avery is awesome. And get into it. You'll enjoy it. I swear you will. And if you don't, well, then you can tell me I'm wrong. But I don't mind being wrong. Thank you, everybody. Tim from Ski Rex Media, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.